All right, so we're going to do commas this week. So first things first, I'm always looking at differences between answer choices. So let's just look at whether, so you see how A, B, and D have the comma after Saturday and C does not. So let's ask ourselves if we would put a comma after Saturday, right? So what we'd have is like on Saturday, comma, right? And we do need this comma there because this is like a dependent clause on the beginning, right? Because our subject here is going to be our soccer game, right? So I do want this comma here, right? Because it actually means that, right? So remember, when we comma things off, it means we can basically cross them off. And once everything that's commaed off is crossed off, we should have an independent clause left, right? So on Saturday, comma, right? So I'm going to cross off answer choice C. And then what I'm going to do as well is just to make this easier on myself, and I suggest you do this on your paper, I'm going to actually cross off the on Saturday because we know it's commaed off. It's not going to affect the grammar of our sentence now, so I'm going to take it out just to make my sentence shorter so I can see where my other commas need to go, right? So we have our soccer game, right, which is our subject, right? And then, so we have these commas, placed either around originally scheduled for 9 a.m. or we have one that's just after 9 a.m. We have one just after soccer game, right? So remember, so now what we would have is answer choice A has sets of commas here, right? Answer choice B just has one comma here, and answer choice D has like this comma here, right? I don't know why I'm like, I should just put this, do like this right here, right? So let's go through. So B and D would just have one comma left in the sentence. If you have one comma in a sentence, you need to have IC, DC, or DC, IC, right? So B would be our soccer game originally scheduled for 9 a.m., which is not an independent clause, or was moved back an hour, which is also not an independent clause. So B can't be right. D would be our soccer game, and then originally scheduled for 9 a.m. was moved back an hour. Also not an independent clause, so that can't be right. So what we're left with is A, right? And this makes sense, right, to put these sets of commas here because it means that I can cross off, these commas can cross off what's in between. And what we have is our soccer game was moved back an hour, right? And that makes sense because here's our subject and here is our verb. So our soccer game was moved back an hour. Answer choice A, where we'd have to put that in a set of commas.